Now, when we look at the original icon, we can see that every other triangle group, the lighter one, is smaller. So to recreate that, of course, I need to select every other group with the selection tool. So I will make sure it's active by pressing the V key on the keyboard, and I will select every other group just like so. And of course, I'm holding down the Shift key, so every other group is added to the selection. And now I will make them smaller, and I will do that simply by pressing the S key on the keyboard and then Enter to activate the Scale tool. And in this dialog box, I will make these guys smaller by around 80 to maybe 85%. Okay, as you can see, all of them got smaller in relation to our center point, to our transformation origin point. And yeah, now I can start adding colors. And I'll start with the biggest rays. I'll directly select these guys, the right ones, so to speak. I will get rid of the stroke. And I will make the fill color dark orange. Now I will directly select these guys. Get rid of the stroke and make the fill color lighter orange. Now it's time for the smaller rays. I'll directly select these guys. Get rid of the stroke and make the fill color darker orange. And now, since only these smaller rays have the same appearance, instead of clicking one by one, I'll go to the Control panel, and from the Select Similar Objects box, I'll choose Appearance to select all the same objects in just one click. And I will get rid of the stroke. I'll make the fill color light orange. And yeah, there we go. All we need to do now is to give this middle ellipse a color, so I will make it orange with somewhat white stroke, which I will make 10 pixels thick. Lastly, I will select everything with the selection tool and holding down the Shift key, rotate it by 45 degrees. Okay, we're almost there. The last thing to do is to create the background, and for that I will simply select the middle circle, copy it, paste it in front, and I want to make sure that it's sent all the way to the back. I will now press the S key on the keyboard and hit Enter to bring up the Scale tool dialog box. And I will scale it up by quite a lot. Yeah, I think that should do it. Now I will do something that is not entirely flat design compliant. I mean, I will give this background a gradient, but don't tell anyone. So I will go to the gradient panel, make sure that the fill is active, not the stroke, and I will click on this gradient swatch right here. I want it to be a radial gradient, so I will choose this option right here. And now when I double click on a gradient stop, I'll get access to the swatches panel, from which I will choose this blue color. And for the inner color, I want to go with this very light blue swatch. I will also move the slider to around 70% to make the lighter blue a bit more prominent. Yeah, there we go. Wasn't that easy? Well, it's because I make it easy, and you will see some more simple and spectacular effects in other videos. More flat icons are still to come, so stay tuned.